Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call to order the March 16, 2023 board meeting of the Mount Carmel Area School District. Would you all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Please be seated. Thank you. Roll call, Mr. Brecker.
Mr. Valier.
Yes, I'm here.
Present. Mr. Dahl. James. Four. Mr. Mulvalley. Here. Mr. Reno. Here.
Announcements, Mr. Cheddar.
Thank you, Mr. Reno. Just a few announcements from the superintendent's office. Again, this weekend, we're all excited for the school musical, Mamma Mia. I know our students have been working tirelessly and our staff have been working so hard, and we're so excited for this weekend. All the information for our public to purchase tickets is online. So again, we're excited to see everyone tomorrow evening and Saturday evening at 7 o'clock. So again, thank you to all the hard work by students and staff in Mamma Mia. Just a reminder to our community, our upcoming schedule, the end of the marking period is coming up Wednesday, March 22nd. And this year we do have that full week off for Easter, starting on Monday, April 3rd to Monday, April 10th. And we are going to return back to in-person instruction on Tuesday, April 11th. And again, I'm prefacing this by hopefully having no snow days between now and then. I'd like to mention about Jolene Chicatano, who's on our agenda tonight for retirement. Jolene is one of our teacher leaders in our elementary school, sixth grade teacher. Jolene has worked at Mount Carmel area for 25 years. Again, I love a lot of parts of my job here at Mount Carmel area, but seeing the pillars of our district one by one retiring, again, it's bittersweet. Jolene, again, is such a leader in our district. I truly appreciate everything that she gave for our district, and I'm very happy for her in her upcoming retirement. So again, thank you, Jolene. And I know our staff and our elementary administration will be talking a lot more about Jolene here in the next couple of weeks and months leading into her retirement. Congratulations to our OM teams. I know our principals are going to mention more about the OM team, so I'm just going to skip over this. But again, on behalf of myself and our administration, we are very proud of their efforts heading into states. The second half of my presentation tonight, every March, I like to give an Education Foundation update for our community. Just so everyone's aware, our Mount Carmel Area Education Foundation, the mission exists to provide a means for alumni, parents, friends, and our community to unite in our efforts to enhance the arts, athletics, and academics here at MCA. We have a great website with a lot of information with some of our projects, which I'm going to highlight here. Before I do that, the gentleman and Miss Niglio that you see on the screen are our members. Mr. Morgan, Mrs. James, Mr. Gonzalo, Mr. Brecker, Mr. Reno, Miss Niglio, Mr. Britt, Mr. Lipinski, Mr. Steller, Mr. McPhee, Mr. Niglio, and myself as advisor make up our membership and advisors of our committee. So let me take a moment just to talk about some of our major initiatives that we have under the Education Foundation umbrella. The first is the Caucus Camp, which started back in 2017. Mount Carmel area partners with the Mother Maria Caucus Center, Bucknell University, and the Central Susquehanna Intermediate Unit. This is a month-long summer camp with our curriculum that's based on leadership skills, social skills, and a major emphasis in getting involved with extracurriculars. One of the things that myself and our administration has learned over the years that students that are involved with any extracurricular, it could be band, football, basketball, chess club, anything, they are less likely to be an academic concern in the classroom and less likely to be an attendance concern as well. So a major emphasis for us here at Mount Carmel area is to get kids involved with extracurriculars. And again, that's a major emphasis for our Caucus Camp. So please check out the website that you see there on your screen. And just so everyone's aware that this is a $10,000 annual budget that is fully funded by donations and grants, again, at no cost to Mount Carmel Area School District. The Tornado Alley Brick Project we started back in 2018. All proceeds to from the brick project go to the general upkeep of the Silver Bowl. Currently, we have over 200 bricks placed down at Tornado Alley, as well as 27 signs. Every May 1st and October 1st, we make an order. May 1st, 2023 is our next order. To date, we have raised close to and just actually over $9,000 to date. And there's a YouTube link there that if any of our community members would like to check out more information on our Tornado Alley brick project. Our Tornado Buddy Bags was created back in 2017. Currently, we are sending home 100 bags of food to children and families that are in need within our district. We started back in 2017 sending just 20 bags home, and we evolved to a point now where we're actually over 100, which I'm proud to say. Again, this project is fully funded by grants and donations. Again, this is another project that is at no cost to the school district. I would like to highlight two people, Marcy Muriello and Deb Parkansky, who do a brunt of the legwork packing up these bags. Again, when I went to them back in 2017 and said I need some help, we're sending home 30 bags. That evolved to right now, again, we're sending over 100. So those ladies, they love it. I think that's their little pet project, but again, they work tirelessly both day, night, over weekends. They're here over Christmas break, over Easter break, over the summer doing things. So again, I really appreciate all the hard work that they do. And just so the community is aware, that's a $13,000 annual budget, which again is at no cost to the school district. Finally, our clothing drive. This project was started back in 2021. Major donation by the Parker family in Mount Carmel area helped get this program off the ground. The program provides dress code appropriate clothes to children and families within our district. All a family would need to do is just fill out that link that you see there on the screen. And again, on our main website, under the foundation heading, you'll see that link. If a parent needs a particular size clothes or a particular item, all you need to fill that out. That gets sent directly to us up here in the high school office, and we'll work on making sure that we get those clothes in the hands of those children. So again, thank you to the Parker family in Mount Carmel for getting us off the ground and getting that program started. That is all I have at this time, Mr. Reno.
All right, thank you, Mr. Cheddar. At this time, we'd like to recognize Student Merit Award winners for the month of February. For the elementary school is Aaron Arbogast. Aaron, is that you? Yes. You just gotta stand right in the middle. I'd like to read something from Mrs. Roscoe. She says, it is a great pleasure to nominate sixth grader Aaron Arbogast for the Merit Award. As his band director, I've had the privilege of knowing Aaron for the past 3 years. During this time, I have worked with him in various capacities, including privately, in ensembles, and on a personal level. Aaron serves as a leader within our groups and does so by example. He is a delight to work with and is always very well-mannered and cooperative. Aaron displays a high degree of integrity, responsibility, and ambition. He is a talented and dedicated young musician who always comes to class prepared. Aaron also has a kind, friendly disposition and a refreshing sense of humor. I am most impressed by Aaron's humility. He is the type of person who isn't looking for any recognition for all of the qualities mentioned above. He is helpful to his peers, a quiet leader, and not at all boastful. He is well deserving of this award. In addition to being a percussionist in the band, Aaron plays sports year-round. He is a member of the Coltmont Cougars football and baseball teams, and he plays basketball for the SYBL team Mercury. Aaron also excels academically and then is an honor roll student. Aaron is the son of Tom and Danielle Arbogast. He resides in Mount Carmel with his parents, sister Addison, Elena, and brother Xander. Congratulations, Aaron. Carmel Board of Education, I'm going to give you this award. Anything you'd like to say? All right, congratulations, brother. Congratulations, parents. Where are the parents? All right, congratulations. Congratulations. Well, our high school merit award winner is Drew Yagosinski. Mr. Gonzalo would like to read that.
Mount Carmel Area Board of Education Merit Award winner for the month of February is 10th grader Drew Yagosinski. He was nominated for the Merit Award by Mr. Forspring, and Mr. Forspring had this to say. I would like to nominate Drew Yagosinski for the Mount Carmel Merit Award. Drew is a sophomore this year and is enrolled in my Tech Ed elective workshop class. Knowing Drew since he was in 8th grade, he has shown that he is a hard worker, a positive role model, strives to do the best that he can, and it's simply a pleasure to have in class. Drew is a natural leader and I often put him in charge of projects that need done around the classroom. He is trustworthy, reliable, and an asset to have in this school. Drew excels in woodshop and in his studies. He is also very active in sports, playing football and baseball for the Red Tornadoes. Drew is a member of Future Teachers of America and an honor roll student. He is a member of the varsity baseball and football teams. Drew enjoys hanging out with friends, fishing, hunting, and playing sports. His future plans include going to college to study engineering. Drew is the son of Heather and Chris Jagosinski of Cultmore. Drew, on behalf of the Mount Carmel Area School Board, congratulations on being the Merit Award winner for February. Congratulations. Mr. Meno, if I may add, Drew has certainly distinguished himself early on in his high school career. As a freshman, he pitched the first no-hitter, the 21st no-hitter in school history, only as a freshman. And as a sophomore on a football team, he has already put his name in the record books at Mount Carmel as a kicker. So I think the best is yet to come. And he will continue to work hard, and he will do whatever is necessary to do the best that he can. Congratulations to his parents, because we know that nobody does this alone. Your parents as well. We're very proud of all of you, but thank you for your help in making this happen for your children. Congratulations.
Now, parents and Aaron, Drew, you guys are welcome to stay for the rest of our board meeting. You're also free to leave at this time if you'd like. You don't feel like you have to stay. That's really up to you.
Release.
You are really.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, he needs that.
All right, a motion is needed to approve the minutes of the February 16, 2023 regular school board meeting.
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Zach.
Second.
Second, Mr. Gonzalo, on the question. If you're not, just a voice vote.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone free, say no.
All right, do we have a PTA representative to give a report? Hearing none, at this time, with recognition of guests desiring to speak to listed agenda items, please state name and address. Are there any online, Mr. Tresker?
No online comments.
All right, administrative reports, superintendent, Mr. Cheddar,
Nothing else to report on my end, Mr. Reno.
senior high school,
Yes, thank you. On March 2nd, the director of the biomedical engineering with the Penn State College of Medicine gave a special presentation to Mrs. Danilovich's anatomy classes on the circulatory system. Students had the opportunity to learn about the development and research of artificial hearts and had the chance to touch and explore the anatomy of pig hearts and lungs. 3 junior, senior high, and 5 teams total from Mount Carmel area Odyssey of the Mines team have advanced to the state finals after competing in the North Central Regional Competition held at Penn College of Technology on Saturday. An MCA teacher, Aaron Dumansky, was also named Coach of the Year. Mr. Dumansky has been coaching Odyssey of the Mine for many years, and over these years, many of the teams have qualified for the state competition. A few of the teams also went on to qualify for the world competition, and one team even finished 6th in the world. So the MCA is very proud of Mr. Dumansky and all of his accomplishments with the team. In band, Rebecca Morales and Caitlin Fernandez have qualified for the Region 4 band next week at Midwest High School and Susquehanna University. And while they are there, they will audition for all-state band. So we wish them luck. This year, the district is hosting the District 8 Jazz Festival, which is April 14th and 15th. And we are also looking forward to the high school musical Mamma Mia this weekend under the direction of Mr. Mowry with Mr. Stellar and the Pit Band. Tickets are still available for Friday and Saturday night at 7 p.m. And the school will have a preview tomorrow afternoon. Lastly, the Community Leadership Club hosted Hoops for Heart on March 10th, and $270 was raised to donate.
junior high report.
Our PSSAs are set for the junior high. The dates, ELA is April 25th, 26th, 27th. Math is May 1st and May 2nd, and science for the 8th graders is May 3rd and May 4th. Just a reminder that TELUS students are required to come into the building for the exams. Our district is currently offering PSSA tutoring every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 2:30 to 3:30 for each session. Attended a student receives a ticket for a free snack at lunch and a ticket for a grand prize drawing of a $50 Walmart gift card. The schedule is as follows. Tuesday is science, and again, that is 8th grade only with Mr. Wagner. Wednesday is math, 7th grade is with Mr. Wychalk, 8th grade is with Mr. Marlowe. Thursday is ELA, 7th grade is with Mrs. Rampolsky, 8th grade is with Mrs. Rarick. And just a reminder, the end of the third marking period is next Wednesday, March 22nd. Report card will be posted on Friday, March 31st. All I have at this time.
Thank you. Elementary school.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I just have a few things this evening, and bear with me because there are a lot of important people to thank. First and foremost, the elementary held our most successful Read Across America night on March 8th, which was combined with a career night, given our emphasis on career-ready kids in PA. Special thanks to all of the following staff members who helped to organize and put on this great evening. Katie Francis, Dottie Smith, Heather Billman, Beth Burns, Matthew Gunn, Elizabeth Zimmerman, Kaylee Gedney, Brianna Deisel, Rachel Dara, Diane Rogowski, Tara Purcell, Brooke Heim, Colleen Seid, Carleen Zalaki, Aaron Berger, Nicole Steinbauer, and Lori Heath. And also a special thank you to those who came out and shared their careers with us and all of our students and community that evening, including Steph Poltanovich, Nevin Balliot, Joe Petrovich, Jared Gedney, Elizabeth Seacrest, and Dave Dombeck and Bob Smerbeck, who are both senior meteorologists at AccuWeather. A few housekeeping items from the elementary. We completed our severe weather drill on March 3rd. Pre-K and kindergarten registration. Please pick up a packet in the elementary principal's office, and the secretaries will schedule an appointment to return the packet and complete the full registration. We will hold our FAST, our Family and Schools Together program. Our family graduation will be on March 22nd. Those families who have completed this session of FAST will graduate on that evening. Report cards will be posted on SIS and sent home on Friday, March 31st. PSSAs will be administered on the following dates. April 25th, 26th, and 27th, grades 3 through 6 for English language arts. Math for grades 3 through 6 will be administered May 1st and 2nd. Science will be administered May 3rd and 4th to grade 4 only. Kindergarten graduation will be held on Wednesday, May 24th at 6:30 p.m. in the Richard F. Beierschmidt Auditorium. And finally, yes, congratulations to our Odyssey of the Mind teams that have advanced to the next round of competition. 2 elementary teams this year have advanced to the state finals. Those teams include Division I team coached by, OM Coach of the Year, Aaron Demansky. Team members are Gabriel Higgins, Noel McHugh, David Canavan, Brinley Balliot, Dexter Hine, and Cameron Gonzalez. The Division II team, coached by Kim Bardis and Carol Lebeski. Team members include Michael Higgins, Prana Paulson, Gavin Lebeski, Luca Warhach, Jonah Lazicki, Dominic Lentini, and Miles Merarki. A huge congratulations to all and best wishes as you advanced in the next stages of the competition. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Special education report.
Hi, good evening, Karen McWhirter. So our passing of the torch, which is new part of the Spartan Games this year, will happen tomorrow. So Shamokin area will be bringing the Spartan Games torch to Mount Carmel area to the high school. And then next week we will be passing it on to Southern Columbia. And then that will then follow into our Spartan Games, which is on May 9th. Autism Awareness Month is coming up. That is this April. So our students will be invited to participate in an Autism Awareness Day full of activities with Shamokin area. It's a day of field events. There's swimming and different activities, and that is on April 29th. And the last thing I have is we have transition clinics coming up next week, March 22nd and 23rd. So those are individual sessions with the students and their parents. And we have representatives from OBR and other agencies that will discuss life after high school. So whether that means if they're going into the workforce, military, post-secondary school, or independent living. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Maintenance report.
Good evening. The following is a brief happenings this past month. We have With the upcoming spring sports, we've been getting equipment and fields ready. This includes baseball, getting a new shed, new infield mix in both fields. Also, we have got new dispensers installed down the stadium. In the district, we both had the elevators were both inspected and a pressure test done in the elementary. And we also had the suppression systems, their semi-annual inspection completed as well. That is all I have.
Thank you. Athletic director's report.
Try to be as brief as possible here. It is very difficult considering we had a terrific winter sports season, which still goes on, even though for everyone else around, winter sports is over. As we all should know, our girls varsity basketball team is in the Eastern semifinals of the state AAA basketball tournament. They are playing tomorrow night in Hamburg High School against Lancaster Catholic. We wish them all well as so many other things that happened this winter. Our boys swim team had for the first time in a long time, had swimmers qualify a place at districts in Meadow. Ryan Widener, a wrestler, qualified in wrestling in the state tournament. Our girls competitive cheer went to states for the second time in a row. And our bocce ball team, which are for the first time ever, we had established this year, competed, and all of them will be coming back next year to play, and we look forward to having that going as well. So it was a great season, and we wish them all well, the basketball team, and I'll let Cassandra talk about a little bit about spring sports, which has already started.
So our spring sports have officially started. All of our spring sports teams have been off to a great start this year. Our baseball team and softball teams both had scrimmages today. The stadium and tennis courts will be open for the public beginning on Monday, March 20th. We are just asking that there are no walkers at the stadium during the times of any track and field practices or events that may take place at the stadium. And lastly, myself and Greg would just like to thank the WKMC TV staff and all of our business sponsors who have allowed us to stream events throughout this past winter season for the public.
All right, thank you. All right, this time a motion is needed to approve athletic items 1 through 4. Motion? Motion. Mr. Gonzalo, second.
Second.
Mr. Muldowney, on the question? Hearing none, we need a roll call vote.
Mrs. James is absent, Mrs. Latour is absent, Mr. Muldowney,
Yes.
Mr. Reno,
Yes.
Mr. Zach,
Yes.
Mr. Valiant.
Yes.
Mr. Brecker, yes. Mr. Britt, absent. Mr. Gonzalo,
Yes.
Okay, motion is needed to approve financial items 1 through 4. We have a motion.
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Zach.
Second.
Second, Mr. Valier. Elliot, on the question? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Mr. Brecker, yes. Mr. Britt, absent. Mr. Gonzalo,
Yes.
Mrs. James, absent. Mrs. Latour, absent. Mr. Muldowney,
Yes.
Mr. Reno,
Yes.
Mr. Zach,
Yes.
Mr. Valiant.
Yes.
All right, committee reports. Is there a Mount Carmel Area Education Foundation report?
Mr. Reno, nothing additional besides what I added earlier, but our next foundation meeting will be April 20th, following our regular scheduled board meeting. That is all I have at this time.
Thank you. All right, motion is needed to approve new business items 1 through 10 as listed. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Muldowney, second by Mr. Gonzalo. On the question? Hearing none, a roll call vote?
Mr. James is absent. Mrs. Latour is absent. Mr. Muldowney,
Yes.
Mr. Reno,
Yes.
Mr. Zach,
Yes.
Mr. Valiant.
Yes.
Mr. Brecker, yes. Mr. Britt, absent. Mr. Gonzalo,
Yes.
Okay, motion is needed to approve personnel items 1 through 5 as listed. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Zach.
Second.
Second, Mr. On the question? Not roll call vote?
Mrs. James is absent. Mrs. Latour is absent. Mr. Muldowney,
Yes.
Mr. Reno,
Yes.
Mr. Zach,
Yes.
Mr. Valiant,
Yes.
Mr. Brecker, yes. Mr. Britt, absent. Mr. Gonzalo.
Yes.
Okay, at this time, are there any public comments or questions? If you would state your name,
My name is Ryan Schultz.
you can stand up. It's okay. Wait, Ryan.
First off, I would like to ask, why are yoga pants or leggings not allowed on Fridays?
Okay,
Administrators.
administrators, any comments on that?
Well, obviously Fridays are dress down days, but there are a lot of rules that still apply, on those days. So, you know, a lot of the stuff is based on anything that may cause a distraction, whether it's, you know, too tight, provocative, things like that for school. So, you know,
And I would say if you had questions about the dress code, we do have a dress code committee that we would love to meet with some of you students to talk about. If you have questions or want to discuss those things, we're happy to do that too, but you can go on if you have more questions or.
I would also like to say, study showed that 90% of students reported that they dislike wearing school outfits because they're uncomfortable.
Okay.
I would also like to ask about the clear liquids in water bottles.
Okay, why we have clear water bottles?
Yes, why, well, no, why are we only allowed to have water inside of them?
Any comment, administrators?
so again, I think most of the rules regarding the safety or regarding the dress code, this kind of stuff is all connected to student safety, whether it's a clear water bottle or clear liquid. We're obviously trying to prevent any kind of harmful substance from coming into school. You know, in reality, when I was in school, we weren't allowed to carry water around at all. So it's something that is a privilege and, you know, we have to be able to police and make sure our students are safe and there's nothing harmful coming into our school, so.
Thank you.
Thank you for your courage in asking these questions. We really appreciate it. All right, somebody else? State your name.
Isabella.
Okay, Isabel?
My question is, okay, so girls, they get in trouble for having shorts that are under 4 inches.
Mhm.
And the boys, they have like really short shorts on and they don't get in trouble as much.
Okay. So your question is, why is that?
Mhm.
Right, I guess I'll turn that back over to the administrators as well.
Yeah, anyone who is referred, typically would be sent to the office or ISS. You know, and at that point, there is no difference between a boy and a girl. You know, the shorts are short, you know, they would follow the protocol we do when someone's out of dress code, so.
So it should be consistent between boys and girls. Okay,
Are the students not being reported by the teacher and sent down to administration to the office? Okay, you can check into that for you.
Did that mean you didn't know or they're not being reported?
They're not being reported.
They're not being reported.
okay.
Is there a way that we can have these kids report them without getting themselves in trouble?
You definitely wouldn't get in trouble for reporting someone else.
No, but I mean, even the stigma of walking,
Well,
is there a way to put it in that box or something?
yeah, we have the incident reports that are all confidential. So if anything like that happens, the students definitely free to report that to the office and it's 100% confidential.
Please utilize that.
And Mr. Dara, excuse me, and again, just a reminder, there is an anonymous Dropbox literally right outside the main office. And there is a link on our main website where students can fill out too. But again, I would encourage people to use the anonymous Dropbox right outside the main office.
I think I'm correct in saying anytime you want to talk to the principals, the guidance counselors, I mean, they're certainly willing to talk to you about those things too.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Anything else?
Hoodies. Why are we allowed to wear hoodies?
Why you're not allowed to wear hoodies?
Yeah.
So, I can get into that.
Go ahead.
So again, safety concern, most of the dress code rules are there for safety. Part of it is also, you know, we want you guys to get used to dressing for a professional setting after high school, but a lot of it is safety. Hoodies definitely fall under that realm. Two major reasons. One thing, the hoodies often are baggy and have a pocket in the front, so it's easier to conceal things in a hoodie, but probably more so, if you have your hood up. We have cameras throughout the building that we use to identify students if there's something going on. So if you're walking around the building with your hoodie up, it becomes very hard to identify students on camera. So again, for safety reasons.
In addition to what the coach is saying, wearing a hood gives somebody a target to control your movements. So if you're walking down with your hood and I'm gonna come in and do something to, I'm gonna grab your hood and you have no control. That makes sense? Okay,
It's a safety issue.
so we're right, they're all safety issues. that we-
Anything else?
Okay, logos on shirts.
Yes.
We're allowed to wear MCA logos.
Yes.
And I understand like not wearing any inappropriate logos, but why can't we wear just, normal logos?
Anybody in the dress code committee or any of the administrators want to talk about that?
Aren't
Yeah,
there
logos.
things? It's have to be full approved and, the logos
Yeah.
before they're, so that can be pre-approved before they're worn.
When the dress code was originally adopted, part of it was to avoid students that may have been more affluent from having maybe a Nike or some other designer type outfit, and the student that may not have had the ability to afford a Nike or some other designer type shirt wouldn't make them feel uncomfortable because they couldn't afford a Nike or something to that. So it was to try to create an atmosphere of every student is equal, but supportive of the Mount Carmel School District by wearing our logo.
And that was also tied in with the bullying effect as well.
Sure,
Yeah, with your-
bullying as well.
Why can't we wear headbands?
And that was again.
Again, that's part of the dress code for wearing. We don't allow hats, so it's pretty much spread across the board. Again, you could wear a headband up until, it's cold out, but not inside the building.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
No,
for your
really,
courage.
another one.
Just another one? You wanna say
I
something?
hope you realize that most of this stuff has been thought out and gone over. There are multiple reasons, but you didn't know any of them, so I'm glad you came. Maybe you learned something as well.
You're
Thank you.
welcome back again.
Yeah.
I actually, the logos, I agree with this gentleman, sorry, I don't know your name yet. But,
It's okay.
the logos, the bullying. You get bullied no matter how you look or what you can or can't afford. Like your body weight, you'll get bullied for that, or how you speak or how you look. But yes, also logo is a part of bullying. But I would like to ask if there's a way that you could ease that a little bit, lift like tiny logos like this kind of are allowed.
Well, and we can't control all bullying. Unfortunately, some kids are mean, and that's unfortunate. But what we want to do is lessen the likelihood. So that's why even a small logo is going to be an opportunity for somebody to bully. So we want to try to minimize that as much as possible. So the dress code committee is happy to talk about some of these things and think it through. So I really appreciate you bringing this stuff to our attention.
How would I go to, is there a meeting for those?
Well, we could call a meeting. You would, if you would want to meet with the dress code committee, is that something we would do? How does that work?
Put something in writing so
Yeah.
we can address it.
Approach our administration and
Yeah.
then they would coordinate it through Mr. Cheddar
Okay.
and the board.
And maybe what you could do is, like Mr. Muldowney was saying, if you guys would put something in writing. One of the things I've encouraged some kids to do is write up a little presentation. And the dress code committee could meet and talk about that, and then as we have opportunity, we could call you in and discuss it. So if you could write some things out, some suggestions and some questions, that'd be really helpful. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you as well.
Thank you
Yeah,
guys
very
for
much.
coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you, but again, I encourage you, if anybody is bullied, your friends, please, go to the administration. It's not something that's tolerated within the school district.
Yeah.
So go to a teacher, go to someone you trust, but, please report it so it doesn't, get out. We don't want bullying at all, but we don't want anything serious to happen. So please report it if you're aware of it. Okay?
Thank you.
Good. All right.
I can't see clearly. Is there two students that came in?
There's one more that's gonna speak in a second, Mr. Elliott.
Go ahead, honey.
I'm sorry, please say that again.
One more going to speak, just one more.
Would, can we please give them the date next board meeting, and I'd like to invite them to the next board meeting and encourage them to attend that.
Yeah, we'll have the next board meeting. It's April 20th. Yes.
Tying into the dress code about the denim. The
Oh,
denim.
you need to just state your name.
Oh, Ray Gonham.
Okay, go ahead.
Tying into the dress code about the denim and jeans, why aren't we allowed to wear jeans? Like, cause like the jean pockets, like you can usually see if there's something in them.
Okay.
You can like, they can always ask the students like what they have in their pocket.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead. Yeah,
Well, again, part of that was designing something that, to try to, again, make everyone even. Then you get into the situation with jeans, and today's fad is having cuts, rips, the jeans. So it starts to morph. If you say jeans are okay, then next week, somebody's gonna come in with a rip across their knee. And then the next week, there's gonna be 2 rips across the knee. And then it's going to just, snowball.
Yeah, I don't really understand the problem with the rips. Like I get big rips and anywhere like up too far, but like. What's the problem with the rips?
well, I think it comes back to what Mr. Dara was saying about we're trying to help in creating a professional atmosphere. so
Yeah.
that when you're getting a job in the future and things like that, we're trying to prepare you for that. I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, that a big part of it, again, one part safety, and I think another part is that, I mean, we would feel as administrators and teachers, like we failed you if you showed up for your first day of work after you graduate and you weren't dressed according to the expectations.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get used to dressing for, in the professional world and what's acceptable and what's appropriate. Again, a lot of it deals with safety, but that's part of it as well.
And tying into the bullying thing.
Yeah.
The incident reports, I get it, you guys are busy, and if I'm not able to get to one of the principals, I'm not writing an incident report, I'm going up to guidance. Because there's this rumor that's getting started again. About Ryan, actually. And that's why I got in my fight a couple months ago, because the rumor was being spread about him, and that's a rumor that could ruin anyone's life.
So you went right to guidance? I think it's a great idea.
I actually pretty sure I went to the principal. We went, well, no, I think me and him went to Ms. Venna when it first started happening.
Okay.
It wouldn't have been a huge thing if Ms. Venna didn't walk him into the weight room while I was in there and he was crying. It wouldn't have been such a big thing if and it's like someone starting it again, and it's that same rumor that got me into a fight and then caused my brother to get jumped later that night.
As long as you're reporting it, make sure that continues to happen.
My gram reported it to the cops when my brother got jumped, because the kid that jumped him was 18 and my brother's 16.
No, but I'm talking about in school, make sure
Yeah.
that it's a teacher or
The-
administration.
The fight with me was right outside the gate. And it's like, I don't want to hear that rumor again. I'm going up to guidance about it tomorrow morning, actually.
Good, yeah,
Do what you need to do.
yeah, absolutely.
And then,
Sorry to interrupt you, please report it. If you want one of our administrators to talk with you this evening after the meeting, I'm sure they would, because obviously it's concerning to you. Kim or John, would you make yourselves available after this to talk with them? Yes? How does that sound?
yeah,
Okay,
that sounds
good.
okay. And about the electronics, like some teachers don't even allow phones during free time. And I get they have their own phone policies, but like, what is the big thing about phones? Even if we're just like sitting there answering a text
Well,
from our parents.
There's a lot of big things about phones. Obviously, you're here to learn. It provides a major distraction in itself where we're looking at a phone or on the internet or on social media. But the other part that's becoming rampant is students taking pictures and videos of one another and posting them on social media. So there's multiple reasons why the phones have become
A big
more
problem.
of an issue.
Yeah, I've heard of multiple schools who ban phones in the high school altogether.
Also, the earbuds. They don't have a problem with the wired ones, but certain teachers have problems with like the wireless ones.
Yep, so earbuds are against our school policy unless teachers give specific permission if you're using them in the class. Again, another major safety issue. Again, it could be a distraction. You shouldn't be in class listening to music when a teacher's trying to teach you, you know, we're here to do well and be successful. But again, if there's ever some sort of emergency, you have your earbuds in, you're walking down the hallway the other way, and I gotta get your attention. In case of emergency, you know, you gotta be able to hear what we're saying to you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you. Anything else? All right, thank you so much. Thanks for your courage.
Thank you for coming.
Please stick
Yeah.
around and
Yeah.
to talk with our administration
Yeah.
when this is over, okay?
I know she had. I have another thing.
Okay, yes.
Basically, some teachers, they kind of just don't explain the work too well, and they give kids attitudes when they ask questions on the
Okay.
work. And it kind of just makes more kids confused, and that's why some kids' grades are bad.
Okay, so again, I would encourage you to talk with your principal about it. And your guidance counselor, either or both. Because that's one of their roles is to talk with the teachers. I don't know if principals, you guys want to talk about that at all. That would be my suggestion.
Yeah, so I mean, again, any issue you're having like that in your class, you can feel free to stop in. Could have a conversation about it and get it documented what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, anyone else?
Yeah,
Yes, just state your name.
Mike Cotso, my
Okay.
wife Wendy,
Okay,
we have a concern,
okay,
our daughter Cameron.
okay,
We feel, my wife and I, we feel that there may be discrimination or maybe being singled out for some reason. Cameron wants to try out for the cheerleading team. And she is a junior right now. She plays many other sports. She plays basketball, soccer, softball, an all-around athlete. She wants to do cheerleading for her senior year. And apparently she was told that she can't even try out for cheerleading.
Could I address that?
sure.
I can-
Wait,
Let him
finish.
Mike, you finish.
She finished first. Do you have anything else to say first? Yeah,
Okay.
let him finish.
Last year, she tried out. She did tell Coach Biglio that she did want to be on the varsity team. She had no interest in JV. She wanted varsity, and she didn't make varsity. She, in my eyes, she wasn't part of the team because she didn't get no uniforms. She was there just to try it. She was bullshit. So apparently, I guess there is a policy if you try out and then you make the team, whether it's JV or varsity, and you do quit, you can't try out again. But in our eyes, we feel that she wasn't even part of the team last year. And being that now she is coming into her senior year, the team is losing multiple cheerleaders for next year. From what I understand, I don't think there's many seniors. There's a lot of underclassmen that would be coming up. So Cameron would be one of the seniors for next year. We feel that it'll be fair for her to at least try out.
Is that it, Mike?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I'm not there to take sides or anything else. I'm just cautious about allowing Cassandra or myself to talk about this because it is concerning a standing policy concerning now a personnel issue. So before I or her or talk about it, I'd rather that the athletic committee or the solicitor be briefed on this and we talk about it because it is a standing policy that has been in effect for a number of years. So I think we need to talk about it before we make any decisions, changing it, adapting it, doing anything.
Can we hear what the policy is, Greg?
Sure, I mean, if we want to do it on the floor here, because
Yeah.
I just want to make sure it's okay with Ed. I just want to make sure we're on level ground there.
We
I don't want any-
certainly wouldn't be able to specifically talk about, your child. Okay, because that certainly is not something that we would do. Having brought it to the board's attention, you certainly have the board's attention at this point. I think what Mr. Sakavage is saying, so we don't get into specifics regarding your family or this instance, that, you meet privately with the athletic committee. And after the athletic committee is brought up to speed on the policy, because there's so many policies that the committees aren't always up, at their fingertips. So if it's okay with both of you, would it be okay to set up a separate meeting with the athletic committee to discuss that?
I'm not here to
No, no,
put
no.
anything underneath carpets. I just wanna make sure we
Yeah,
we
no
follow
one's
it right.
trying to hide it,
Nobody gets in any trouble here and we do it.
But because it involves
Well,
a student.
Policies have to be followed, right?
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying because it involves a student, sometimes we're constrained as to what we could discuss and say and what we can't say.
Absolutely.
So rather than appear, we're not sweeping it under the rug, but we're saying the board, the athletic committee would be happy to meet with,
We'll set up a meeting.
with you. Is that okay?
That's,
Does that satisfy?
yes.
And then the athletic committee can also
We'll
address.
do it as early as possible today.
Right.
And the athletic committee, the board can also address policy, so policy.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll look at it. Absolutely.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Great. Thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Okay.
Anyone else, any other public comments or questions at this time?
Yes, I actually was going to
Can
ask.
you just take your name one more time?
Yes, Ryan,
Ryan.
about bringing like coffee to school for people if they're really tired in the morning and their bodies take forever to get moving, and coffee like wakes them up and it helps them with their work. Are students allowed to do that?
At this point, my understanding is no.
No.
No. Right.
Clear liquids, right?
Clearly, we don't.
Right. You have to drink it before you came to school.
It's true, you have to drink before you came to school, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anyone else? Anyone online, Mr. Trevster?
No online comments.
Anyone else? Okay, so if no other comments, any motion for adjournment?
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Muldowney, second. Mr. Gonzalo. Other question? Someone say that. All in favor?
Aye.
It's okay. Anybody disagree?
All right, next board meeting is April 20th, 2023. And you are adjourned. All right, thank you, everyone.